Hey everybody, it's Coach Tabe. I'm back with an unboxing. Tonight I've got a special one. This one is from Ghost Cuber. In here, I got one of his special setup Shengshou Mr. M Pyraminxes. So Ghost has been running around telling everybody how awesome the Mr. M Pyraminx is once he sets it up and gets it all ready to go. And I guess he must be right, because it's been used to set the national record here in the U.S. for Pyraminx single. Ghost did that with a 1.26 a couple weeks ago. And it was also used to win the U.S. Nationals by John Gaynor a couple weeks ago. Now, personally, I think it was the fact that they were wearing my shirts, or shirts that I designed. But maybe it's the cube. I don't know. Anyway, Ghost has been after me to try one of these, so I finally said, fine, I'll take one. Let me check it out. I stink at Pyraminx. We're going to check it out anyway. Also, wanted to talk to you guys about the competition I just had, Spokane Summer 2019. So you saw my video talking about my mains and goals. Had people say, well, come on back and tell us how you did, how it went. Well, the competition itself went great. Super smooth, no real hassles the whole time. Everybody seemed to have a good time. The venue was just a little bit warm. What can you do? It's 85 degrees here in Spokane. Sometimes buildings get warm. For me personally, a little bit of a mixed bag. I didn't do quite as well as I would have liked in 3x3. I kind of choked on one solve, and that cost me an entrance in the second round and a sub 30 average. But I did get a PB in that, PB single and PB average. I got 31 average, 27 single. And every other event, I did pretty okay. I got 11 PBs in 6 events. The only thing I did not get a PB in was 2x2 single. I hesitated on the last alg on one solve and just barely missed a PB single. Pyraminx, or it's not Pyraminx, excuse me, Megaminx was by far my best event. So in the video that where I talked about it, I said my PB at home is a 344, and there's no way I'll get that. Well, I beat that time 4 times at the competition, including a 329. So I beat my PB by 15 seconds. Got an overall average of 343, so I ended up with an average below my previous single PB. So I was pretty happy about that. Again, 11 PBs in 6 events. Pretty hard to be upset about that. I got a competition coming up in November. I'm going to try and learn blindfold for that. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. And a whole bunch of other events that I'm doing, 2, 3, 4, OH, and I think Mega again. I don't even remember what else. So that's my next comp is in November. Hopefully have one here in Spokane in December or January at a bigger, better venue with more people. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the Pyraminx. Alright guys, the Shengshou Mr. M Pyraminx. I've tried a bunch of the Mr. M puzzles in their line. The 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. Maybe 1 or 2 others, I can't remember. And they've all been at least decent. The 3x3 was good. The 4x4 was pretty decent. 5x5 and 2x2 were pretty terrible. But the Pyraminx apparently is great. So good, in fact, that it has inspired Chris Tran and the Cubicle to do special inserts. They're going to do custom setup and custom pieces for the Mr. M Pyraminx. Based on the work that Ghost Cuber has done. So that's pretty awesome. There's been some videos about that already on Chris Tran's personal channel, so well worth checking out. All right, so first impressions, definitely it's got the typical frosted plastic that the Shengshou Mr. M line has. It can be just a little slippery. All right, the tips, very quiet, light, but clicky. So you're not going to have any trouble with them. They snap into place. You're not going to have any trouble with them, turning on their own or whatever. Yep, all of them about the same. Okay, kind of a smooth, gliding feel. All right. It's definitely quieter than my current main and smoother as I repeatedly do the same thing over and over. That feels not bad. It's definitely a different feel than the ball bearing or even magnetic Pyraminxes that I'm used to. This is, of course, a magnetic. And Ghost said, now one of the things that Ghost does is he glues some of the magnets in place, and I think he takes some magnets out. He does special tensioning and lubrication on them. He also will fix the color scheme. So apparently about half of these come with the wrong color scheme, which is kind of mind-blowing. I guess they kind of just throw them together randomly at the factory. So about half the time when Ghost puts one of these together, he has to actually change the color scheme and get it correct. Now, first impressions are that that's a very nice Pyraminx. You know, it turns really well. And of course, that's in the hands of somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing. But that's definitely very nice. You know, the magnets are about, you know, they're the right strength. Not a ton of force needed to turn, and yet they click right into place. That is definitely very nice. And I'll just go ahead and mess that up. Why don't I? And all right. So now you get to see me attempt to solve when I have absolutely no idea what the heck I'm doing. All right. I am just using a beginner layer by layer method that Ghost taught me because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just, as my results show, I did get a 14 single at the comp this weekend, so that was good. But you know, first impressions, obviously I'm going to need some time with this, but it feels great, and could easily be my main with a little more usage. It feels really nice. It's very, very smooth, pretty quiet. Magnets are a nice strength. They're not too strong and they're not too weak. So first impressions, very favorable, and obviously this is a quality puzzle. Like I said, it's been used to set a national record. It's also John Gaynor also used to get it to get a 1.33. So second, I think that's the second best, or it's like top 3 in the U.S. in Pyraminx single. And again, he won nationals with it. So some really fast people have done some really good times with this thing. So you know, if you're in the market for a Pyraminx, I suggest hitting up Ghost Cuber. He's got a channel here on YouTube. I'll link down below. Check him out, give him a shout, check him out. He's on Facebook. He's also on the Speed Solving forums. Hit him up, get one of these Pyraminxes. And yeah, so thank you, Ghost Cuber, for sending this to me. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my new friend Ethan, who was at the competition this past Saturday. Ethan, it was great to meet you. Really appreciate you being excited, showing up early for the comp, and I hope you had a good time. And thanks, everybody. Go ahead and hit subscribe and like down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.